H2O. H2O is the important compound of hydrogen and oxygen, in which these are present in 1 is to 8 by weight. Its formula is H2O. It is very essential for existence of all form of life. We can survive without food, but survival of in the absence of water is almost impossible. Occurrence. Water is the most common, abundant, and easily obtainable compound as compared to all other known compounds. It is a crucial compound for the survival of life. It can exist in solid, that is, in the form of ice or snow, liquid as lake, river, and seawater, or gas at water vapor state. So it can exist in three form of state of matter. It constitutes a major part of all the living organism. Example, it form about 65% of human body and almost 95% of some plants. However, its distribution over the earth's surface is not uniform. However, the fraction of water available for human use is only 0.003% of the total global water availability. Purification of drinking water. The purification of drinking water needed for drinking purpose in town cities require two major operations, that is removal of the suspended impurities and destroying the bacteria. So the purification is done by using filtration or by adding aluminum sulfate and by aeration, chlorination, ozonation, etc. So it is water is a important solvent for great importance. It is used for irrigation and it is used as an important raw material for nuclear reactor, different type of purposes, household works, and water which we used for preparing electric power, hydroelectric power. Physical properties of water. Pure water is a transparent, colorless, tasteless, and odorless substance. It takes the odor of the substance which is dissolved in it. So, thick layer of water appear as greenish blue. Its freezing point, boiling point, heat of evaporation, and heat of fusion is higher than of hydrates of other element of group 16. So, water, freezing point, boiling point, heat of vaporization, heat of fusion is higher than that of the hydrates which is present in group 16. This is because of the presence of intermolecular hydrogen bonding in between water molecule. Water has high specific heat, thermal conductivity, surface tension, dipole moment, and dielectric constant than many other liquid and thus play a vital role in the biosphere. Example, because of its high heat of vaporization and high heat capacity, it is responsible to moderate the climatic and body temperature of living beings. Because of its tendency to dissolve almost all the substances, water is regarded as universal solvent. Ionic compound, that is polar compound, dissolve in it because of its high dielectric constant, whereas some covalent compounds are soluble in it because of its formation of hydrogen bond in between water and covalent molecule. Alcohol, amide, urea, glucose, sugar, etc. are the example of such molecules which can dissolve in water. Some important physical properties of water are discussed. Structure of water. When you see this structure of water, solid state of water, that is ice. So when you see the structure of water, what it is present in gas phase, water, the bent molecule with bond angle 104.5 degree and OH bond length is 95.7 picometer. It's highly polar molecule. In the liquid phase, water molecule are associated together by hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bonding in water. So hydrogen bonds are chemical bond that form between molecules containing a hydrogen bonded to a strongly electronegative atom. Because the electronegative atom pull the electron from the hydrogen atom, the atom form a very polar molecule, meaning one end is negatively charged and the other end is positively charged. Polar molecule is one end is positive, other end is negative. Hydrogen bond form between these molecules because the negative end of the molecule are attracted to the positive end of the other molecule. So hydrogen bonding makes the water form a liquid at room temperature. Structure of ice. The solid or crystalline state of water is called ice. It is obtained by freezing the liquid water. Depending upon the conditions of freezing, ice can exist in 9 crystalline form. At atmospheric pressure, it exists in hexagonal form, but at very low temperature, it condenses to give cubic form. So in normal hexagonal form, each oxygen atom is surrounded by 4 other oxygen atom tetrahedrally at a distance of 276 picometer, leading to an open cage-like structure as shown in this. So the above figure shows that each oxygen atom is linked with 4 hydrogen atom, 2 through hydrogen bonding and 2 through strong covalent bonding. Since the hydrogen bond are weaker and hence longer than covalent bond, thus water molecules are not closely packed in the crystal lattice. That is, there are several covalent spaces in the crystal lattice and hence density of ice is lesser than that of the liquid water. In general, density of solid is higher than the density of the liquid. So when the ice melts, some hydrogen bond break and some vacant space gets filled by the liquid water, due to which the cage-like structure partially collapses. Thus, for the same mass of water, volume decreases or density increases. So when the water is in the liquid state, the intermolecular hydrogen bond exists between the water molecules. That means oxygen atom form 2 hydrogen bond by using its lone pair. Thus each water molecule is surrounded by 4 other water molecules tetrahedrally as shown in the figure. So when you see these physical properties of water, we have discussed now chemical properties of water. So water reacts with wide range of compounds and it shows amphoteric nature. Water shows amphoteric nature. Water is amphoteric in nature, that is, it behaves as a Bronsted acid as well as Bronsted base. It exhibits acidic behavior towards the base, stronger than it like ammonia, and shows basic behavior towards acid, stronger than like hydrogen sulfate and hydrogen chloride. Autoprotolysis or self-ionization. When one water molecule behaves as an acid and other behaves as a base, the water undergoes self-ionization and the reaction is also called autoprotolysis. Amphoteric nature of water is responsible for its autoprotolysis. So H2O is liquid. It reacts with base NH3 to give NH4 plus acidic nature and produce OH minus. H2O base, when it behaves as a base, when it reacts with acid H2S, give H3O which acidic and to give HS basic. Redox reaction involving water. There are some reactions also in which the water is either oxidized or reduced. Some of these reactions are given below. When water reacts with highly electropositive or highly reactive metal, that is metal having negative, it is reduced to hydrogen gas. These reactions are great source of dihydrogen. So 2Na plus 2H2O gives 2NaOH plus H2. When water reacts with carbon dioxide in the presence of photosynthesis, it gets oxidized to oxygen gas. So in this photosynthesis, water is oxidized to oxygen gas. Similarly, fluorine is being stronger oxidizing agent, oxidizes water into oxygen gas. Hydrolysis reaction. When H plus and OH minus ions of water interact with the anion and cation of the salt respectively to give original acid and original base, the reaction is called hydrolysis. Hydrolysis is a reaction in which hydrogen ion and OH minus ion of water interact with the anion and cation of the salt respectively to give original acid and original base. For example, silicon chloride is a liquid. It is treated with water to give silicon dioxide and hydrochloric aqueous. Aluminum nitride ALN react with water to give aluminum hydroxide and ammonia. P4O10 plus H2O gives H3PO4. N plus H2O gives NH3 plus OH. Hydrolysis process generally involves water. So the conversion of sucrose to glucose and fructose, it involves addition of water. Hydrates formation. The compounds obtained by the combination of water with certain metal ion or ionic compounds are called hydrates, and the process is called hydration. Hydrate having coordinated water. In these hydrates, water molecules are coordinated with the central metal atom to form complex compound. Here the complex compound is chromium H2O6 to the whole 3 plus 3Cl. Another example, nickel H2O 6 to the power 2 plus. Another example, Al H2O 6 to the power 3 plus. These are the example of hydrate having coordinated water. Next, hydrates having interstitial water. In these hydrates, water molecules occupy interstitial sites or voids in the crystal lattice. Example, barium chloride 2H2O. The two water molecules of water occupy the voids of the crystal lattice. That is known as interstitial water. Next, hydrates having hydrogen bonded water. In these hydrates, the water molecules are linked to some hydrogen oxygen containing anion by hydrogen bonding. Example, copper sulfate 5H2O, the composition of which CuH2O4 to the power 2 plus H2O, that is 4 water molecules are coordinated with copper metal, but the fifth bonded to sulfate ion by hydrogen bonding. The presence of hard and soft water. Water which lather with soap is called soft water. Example, rainwater, distilled water, etc. And which that does not is called hard water, that is seawater and well water. So the hardness of water is because of the presence of bicarbonate, hydrogen carbonate, chloride and sulfates of calcium and magnesium. So the presence of calcium and magnesium salt in the form of hydrogen carbonate, chloride and sulfate in water makes water hard. So hard water does not give lather with soap. Water free from soluble salt of calcium and magnesium is called soft water. It gives lather with soap easily. Hard water form scum, that is precipitate with soap. Soap containing sodium citrate reacts with hard water to precipitate out calcium or magnesium stearate. Hard water is harmful for boilers because of deposition of salt in the form of scale. This reduces the efficiency of the boiler. The hardness of the water is removed by temporary hardness, permanent hardness method. Hard water cannot be used for domestic purpose because it spoils utensils luster and result in scale formation. It is harmful for industries like dyeing, printing, textile, sugar factory because of plenty of water is needed. Type of hardness is divided into temporary hardness, permanent hardness. Temporary hardness. Temporary hardness is due to the presence of magnesium and calcium hydrogen carbonate. It can be removed by the method of by boiling. So during boiling, the soluble magnesium bicarbonate is converted into insoluble magnesium hydroxide and calcium bicarbonate, changed into insoluble calcium carbonate. So these precipitates can be removed by filtration. MgHCO3 twice gives heating, MgOH twice plus CO2. CaHCO3 twice gives CaCO3 plus H2O plus CO2. Next, Clark's method or calcium hydroxide method. In this method, calculated amount of lime is added to hot water. It precipitates out calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide, which can be filtered off. So calcium bicarbonate is treated with calcium hydroxide. So calcium carbonate is formed. Magnesium carbonate bicarbonate is treated with calcium hydroxide and which is converted into magnesium hydroxide. So in this method, excess of lime is added. Water will again become hot because of the absorption of CO2 from the atmosphere by unused slacked lime to form soluble calcium bicarbonate. So here are the way for reduced temporary hardness. Permanent hardness. It is because of the presence of chloride and sulfate of calcium and magnesium in the water. It is called permanent hardness as it cannot be removed by simple boiling. So permanent hardness cannot be removed by simple boiling. So by using washing soda, that is sodium bicarbonate, when the hot water is treated with washing soda, the soluble chlorides and sulfate of calcium and magnesium get converted into their insoluble carbonate, which can be filtered out. So chloride of salt is treated with sodium carbonate to give metal carbonate. At the same time, sulfate is treated with sodium carbonate to form metal carbonate and sodium sulfate. So in this, it form insoluble carbonate. Next one, Calgon's method. Calgon's method sequestration sodium hexametaphosphate, commercially called Calgon and or Graham salt. Sodium hexametaphosphate, commercially called Calgon or Graham salt, when added to hot water, the reaction takes place. So the water softened by this method can be used for laundry and household washing, and also used for raising steam in boiler. Calgon is also used in synthetic detergent to check the wastage of soap during washing clothes and also for removing boiler scale. Next one is ion exchange method or zeolite or permute method. Ion exchange method, zeolite or permuted method. Hydrated sodium aluminum silicate is also known as permuted or zeolite. However, it can be represented by NaZ. In this method, the zeolite is loosely packed. Actually, NaZ is completely sodium aluminum, hydrated sodium aluminum silicate. So NaZ is used as a simplicity. Here Z stands for Al2Si2O8 XH2O. In this method, the zeolite is loosely packed over layers of gravel and sand in a big tank, and hot water is introduced into the tank from the top. From the bottom, the water rises up through the gravel and sand layers and finally percolates through the bed of the permutate. During the process, the calcium ion and magnesium ion, Ca2 plus and Mg2 plus ion of hot water get exchanged with sodium ion. So NaZ plus M2 plus gives MZ2 plus 2Na plus. Here M stands for magnesium and calcium. So the Ca2 plus and Mg2 plus ion remains attached with the zeolite, and the water becomes soft as it contains only sodium salts which do not precipitate the soap and do not interfere with the lather formation. When all the sodium of the permutate is used up, the permutate is called exhausted. It can be regenerated by passing 10% solution of sodium chloride through it. So exhausted zeolite is treated with sodium chloride to get regenerated zeolite. So the obtained calcium and magnesium chlorides being soluble are washed away and the regenerated zeolite can be used again. Next one, synthetic resins method. This method is superior than permuted method as all type of cation Na plus, Ca2 plus, Mg2 plus etc. and anion like Cl minus, SO4 2 minus, HCO3 minus etc. It can be removed by this method. The water obtained from this process is called demineralized water or deionized water and it is good as distilled water. So in this resins method, two methods are used, that is cation exchange resins and anion exchange resins. So cation exchange resins are used to remove Na plus, Ca2 plus, Mg2 plus. These resins contain large organic molecule with reactive acidic group such as RSO3H or RCOOH group and are water insoluble. When hard water is treated with cation exchange resins, the Na plus, Ca2 plus, Mg2 plus and other cations present in the hot water get exchanged with H plus. Consequently, protons are released which makes the water acidic. Anion exchange resins. In this JN hydrocarbon frame work attached basic group like OH or NH2 group. These are represented by general formula or NH3OH minus. Where R is a hydrocarbon chain, these are used to remove Cl, HCO3, SO3 2 minus and others such as ion by OH minus. The water after treating with cation exchange resins is passed through the anion exchange resins. During anion exchange process, OH minus ion are generated which neutralize the H plus ion obtained during cation exchange. So the exhaust cation anion exchange resins beds are regenerated by treatment with dilute acid. Degree of hardness. It is a measure of quantity of calcium and magnesium salt in a certain volume of water and is defined as the number of parts by mass of calcium carbonate present in million parts by mass of water. It is expressed in ppm. These are the methods of reducing permanent hardness. Next one, heavy water. The heavy water is DTO, that means deuterium oxide, D2O. It is the oxide of heavy hydrogen, that is deuterium D, and thus has the formula D2O. D stands for deuterium. Instead of H we have written D. Its molecular mass is 20. It was discovered by Harold C. Urey, an American chemist. In trace amount, it is present in ordinary water. It is extensively used in radioreactive, that means nuclear power plants. Heavy water is obtained by exhaustive electrolysis of ordinary water. It is also obtained by fractional distillation of ordinary water by the fractional freezing. It is also obtained by byproduct in some fertilizer industries. When you see the physical properties of heavy water, heavy water has been given is a colorless, odorless, tasteless liquid. The density is minus 1.1073 gram per milliliter and at 11.6 degrees Celsius, that is water at 4 degrees Celsius. It is solubility of salt in heavy water is less than that of ordinary water because of it is more viscous than ordinary water. Heavy water is more viscous than ordinary water, so the solubility of salt is less. So nearly all physical constant of D2O, that is deuterium oxide, are higher than that of H2O. It is due to the greater nuclear mass of deuterium atom than hydrogen atom and strong hydrogen bonding in D2O than H2O. The bottom of ice cubes were made with heavy water, which is water that uses deuterium hydrogen. It is not a regular hydrogen. When you see these chemical properties of heavy water, it gives all the reactions that are shown by ordinary water. It is called isotopic effect. It reacts with action with metal. It produces, for example, sodium react with deuterium oxide, that is D2O, give sodium deuteroxide. Calcium react with deuterium oxide to give calcium deuteroxide. It can be react with metal oxide also. It can react with non-metallic oxide also. P2O5 plus 3D2O gives D3PO4, deuterophosphoric acid. Deuterophosphoric acid. Action with carbide and nitrate phosphide. It gives calcium deuteroxide, deuteromethane, deuteroammonia, deuterophosphine. So heavy water on electrolysis decomposes to give deuterium at cathode and oxygen at anode. Exchange reaction. It also reacts with number of compounds containing liable hydrogen atom, where hydrogen atom is partially or completely replaced by deuterium atom. Heavy water like ordinary water may be associated with salt as a water crystallization giving deuteriohydrate. These heavy water hydrates are called deuterates. That means Na2SO4 10D2O. The 10D2O is deuterates. Uses of heavy water. Heavy water is used as a moderator in nuclear reaction and it slows down the fast moving neutron and thus helpful in controlling the nuclear reaction. So for the preparation of deuterium, or deuterium compound by exchange reaction as a tracer compound for studying the mechanism of many reactions. Dihydrogen is used as a fuel. Uses of dihydrogen. It is used as a important for essential of life, nuclear fusion reaction. It is used in electric power, sun energy. These are the uses of hydrogen.